including those who pontificate today about how an economy should be run and how they have a better perspective on how an economy must be run. I just thought I would put that into context. So the next time you speak, Howard, you can speak on that and speak on it powerfully as you speak on other things.
Bless up my people. Welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Anisabel Rose. Thanks to all new subscribers. Thanks to the returning subscribers. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Turn the post notification bell on. Put it on all so you won't miss an upload from me. On the road to 20k. Help me to get there, my people. So in this one, my people, we're seeing where Prime Minister Andrew Lied blasts political stakeholders for criticizing the Jamaica Labour Party's handling of the economy. We're also seeing where a former PSOJ urges the PSOJ to increase more jobs training. Stay tuned for the details at hand. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. Go over to my other platform, subscribe over there, get that channel to 1k, please and thanks. Some people is seeing where the Prime Minister spoke out and blasting, those who criticize the Andrew Lied government as it pertains to the economy. And he spoke out at the Amber UTEX launchpad held at the University of Technology on Wednesday. And he slammed some politically connected beneficiaries of the FinSAC who he says exploited the reckless policies of a former People's National Party administration to ensure their own success, but now pose as business gurus and experts on the economy. And between me and one of my people, by reading and analyzing all of this, him basically attack about Howard Mitchell. Him even call him name in this recording and I'm going to hear it. So he basically called out Howard Mitchell. The Prime Minister leveled the criticism against the People's National Party management of the economy in the 1990s and says that some of their policies hurt the masses.
If you were a bank, if you were an investment house, if you were a securities dealer, if you were in any way minded to do investments, did not have to think up of a new product, a new app. You didn't have to innovate. All you needed to do was to take the little money that you have. And they say invest, but that's not what they were doing. That's not investing precisely. They just lend it to the government. Much of the businesses that we have today that claim to be financial gurus, to be some, wizard of economic innovation and ingenuity, that's what they came out of, including those who pontificate today about how an economy should be run and how they have a better perspective on how an economy must be run. I just thought I would put that into context. So the next time you speak, Howard, you can speak on that and speak on it powerfully as you speak on other things. Jamaica had an inflation rate of 77% in 1 year. 77%. We're quarreling about, just after the pandemic, we went up as high as 12 and we're now at about 5. They're about 6, we're hovering somewhere there. 77%. I'm looking at the audience, at the young people there who would have been around in the 1990s or may not have been born even in 1992, 1993, would know nothing about this. But that is where we're coming from. 77% inflation in 1 year under the government of the people who would want to tell this administration how to manage inflation. Jamaica must focus now on peace and productivity. Those are two critical things. The challenge I face is how to get the public bureaucracy to increase its speed of delivery. That is the greatest challenge that the administration faces now. The country is going through a series of simultaneous transformation in institutions. The public may not see the big picture, the arrangement of the architecture of transformation, because the results have not yet started to come. I am here to tell you that the transformations are becoming entrenched, they are developing pace, and results will come. But when you put that beside 50 years of suffering. People do get frustrated. When you put that beside, some people seeming to be benefiting, and I am not benefiting. That leads to a kind of another set of inequity, unfairness, and frustration.
He also stated that over $2 billion is expected to be invested in 100 startups over 1,000 days. This investment will help startups with capital training and market for their products from start to finish. And so you hear it for yourself, my people. And Howard Mitchell had come out a few months ago and he had said this according to the whole, from the monarch to republic, and him criticize it deeply. Take a listen.
Don't come and tell me that constitutional reform is getting rid of an obnoxious monarch or awkward king and calling ourselves a different name. That's not what it is. That's a cosmetic change. It's an outward manifestation of something that does not exist inside.
So what I'm here to say, without you saying, is that the current direction that we are going in and the current process that we engaged in with regard to constitutional reform is, we're not going across it like that.
It's inadequate. And it hasn't reached the people. I shouldn't say that. I don't have total consciousness of what the people of Jamaica want. But I suspect that if you go down to Bustamante Children's Hospital and see the hundreds of people in the hallway and ask them how they feel about Jamaica being a republic, you may have to take steps to protect yourself. The Constitution should be an item of curriculum in every school. It should be, to the extent that it needs to be, simplified in language that I can understand.
Meanwhile, in this segment, we're seeing Howard Mitchell calling out the private sector and saying that they need to increase job training. He says the time has come for the sector to allocate more in their budget for training workers and raising productivity.
And the state is moving to address the inadequacies of training in many of its educational institutions. Ladies and gentlemen, in those circumstances, is it not time for the private sector to increase its attention to on-the-job training, to providing more in its budget for training for its employees? Should this not be a priority item in our annual budgets, to upskill our very own staff and to improve the working conditions of its human capital, to establish performance-based pay, to incentivize them to stay in our country and to raise our productivity? In the midst of the complaints about high turnover rates of employees and low productivity, companies like Sandals, Knutsford Express, Sagicor, Caramed Group, Spur Tree Spices, JMMB, and Grace Kennedy managed to produce consistently good results and keep their people at work. How it is that the National Baking Company manages to maintain much lower percentages of employee turnover and much higher productivity than the national standard? They must be doing something different from the rest of us. I believe that it is because they have recognized the value of human capital, and that human capital is Jamaica's most significant and valuable resource.
More than 50% of students trained at Mona School of Business leave to go overseas. And he was speaking out at this very same meeting that the Prime Minister spoke at. So drop on the comments in the comment section, my people, and tell me what says Uno based on what both parties have said in this video. We're seeing Mitchell calling for job training, and we're seeing the Prime Minister committing $2 billion to invest in 100 startups as it pertains to the very same training that Mitchell is calling for. Talk up and tell me what Uno say based on this. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Run over to my other platform, Instagram and Facebook, and follow me over there at Anissa Bell Rose. Check out the YouTube store, make a purchase, it goes in support of the channel. Check out the YouTube membership, you get a lot of benefits by becoming a member. We do notifications, shout out in each and every video. To be a part of that, all you have to do is be the first to like, comment, and subscribe, and you'll be featured in the following video to come. This notification shout out goes to Takman. Big up yourself, Takman. Thanks for the continued support from each and every subscriber. New viewers, come on board, journey with me, join the family. Subscribe to the channel, like up the videos, share out the videos. Support the ABR movement on the road to 20K. Help me to get there, my people, by playing your part. Stay tuned for more videos. Stay tuned for more updates. Get this video to at least 1,000 likes. Happy International Women's Day. Big up to every queen